Let's talk today about AMC shares, especially since they very recently again reached $3 and the stock bounced again. Let's look at what's happening with trading volume. As you can see, at $3 we have a literally impenetrable wall of call options. This is where the main mystery lies. That is, hypothetically, if we break through this level again, it will become much, much more interesting. We'll discuss all of this in detail today. News, options, derivatives. Let's start from the very beginning. Again, I recorded a video about this company a couple of years ago, and I said, my friends, as long as the trend is downward, there's no point in buying this stock. But as we can see, recently, in my personal opinion, of course, the trend has begun to change. We've started to rise. And we began to rise not through some abrupt one-day moves of hundreds of percent, as, for example, happened in 2024. We're talking about smooth, incremental growth. That is, when we rise by 2 to 3% a day, then we have a pullback, and this continues for weeks. That's how it happens. But right now, we've run into fairly strong resistance, and we can't overcome it. Now, let's take a close look at the options market to see what's going on. I believe it will more or less give a concrete answer. First, volatility is at 100%. Nothing special is happening. Again, if we look at historical and implied volatility, it's roughly at that level. Historical and implied volatility are in the same range. So volatility is stable at the moment. Now let's look at the volatility smile. What's happening here? I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that we have a very large skew to the upside, that is, on call options. Look, put options are practically not getting more expensive, so the insurance on this stock is very cheap right now. Friends, I want to say right away that if you dreamed of insuring your shares, for example, if you have a very large position in AMC, you can now calmly buy insurance cheaply. For example, buy a put option to insure your large position, because at this very moment the put is very cheap from a volatility standpoint. Well, much cheaper than the call. As we can see, volatility for calls is rising sharply, especially for the nearest expiration dates, particularly at 7. As we can see, the implied volatility here is at the level of 240. That's, of course, a lot. And, without a doubt, someone is betting on a rise. Certainly, volatility doesn't get pricier for no reason. Obviously, there are purchases happening. And right now, we're going to take a look. Let's look at options trading volume. Therefore, they must, in any case, have a neutral position on this option. And they use what's called delta neutral hedging. That is, when they open a short position in a call option, they have to buy shares in the corresponding amount. In other words, buy shares according to the delta to hedge their call option. Consequently, when they start buying shares, they, among other things, push the stock up. Therefore, the more call options are bought, the more expensive the stock becomes, because on the other side, the market maker is buying those shares to hedge. But as soon as we approach that level, market makers can actually stop the price movement, because they have a sold call option. And if it expires worthless, that is, if it is not exercised because the price is below $3, then they will effectively make money on it. And in addition, they will have the shares. And after the option expires, they can immediately sell those shares. So, first of all, they earned the entire profit. That is, the whole premium on the call option. And after that, they also made money on the purchased shares, since the price reached $3. So that's a fairly significant resistance level, as we can see. But if some catalyst appears, like news or something else, then yes, it can certainly break through, and market makers will be forced to buy these shares, and the stock can shoot even higher. Basically, what I'm saying is that $3 is a threshold after which the stock can rally sharply. Of course, there will be corrections after that, but I hope you understood the logic. If you didn't understand the logic, be sure to write in the comments. I'll try to explain it in more detail. So, I want to show you the open interest. Open interest is also concentrated at the $3, $5, and $10 levels. The longest and largest strike is $10. But you understand that $10 is a very, very high price, 250%. And I want to say one thing right away. If we reach $10 via a short squeeze, that kind of sharp move, that's not very good. Yes, many will make money, many will exit positions, but what I'm getting at is that the most important thing for AMC is to see this kind of steady, step-by-step growth. This is honestly an ideal reversal. So far, I really like the AMC stock chart. This is what needs to continue. Yes, it will be slow, 2 to 3, 4% per day over the course of several months, but it will be a smooth, good, competent, harmonious rise. And this will need to be monitored. Now let's take a look at the market forecast. What does the market predict? So, by January 2027, the market forecasts a price of $1. 5 to 2. 5. In other words, the market is actually bearish on this company. So, if you've already spent all your money buying this stock, my friends, I would still not advise you to do that, no matter how promising the stock is or what you want. Please, my friends, act sensibly. Don't put all your money into one company and then tremble over it and pray that the stock will go up. No! You need proper diversification and risk management, meaning hedging through options. And I would never advise anyone to buy a single stock position larger than 10% of their portfolio. Friends, please, do everything reasonably and competently. This will really preserve your money. We continue to watch this stock. Now, let's quickly take a look at a couple of news items. Quick heads up on AMC. On June 11th, the company confirmed it completed a $150 million at-the-market equity offering launched on February 9th, selling roughly 105.3 million shares before commissions and fees. Management says the proceeds boost cash and strengthen the balance sheet. A clear, deliberate dilution to shore up liquidity while the box office momentum ramps. For traders, treat this as fresh supply that changes float dynamics and lowers near-term refinancing risk. Keep an eye on how management allocates that cash in the Q2 release and any follow-up SEC filings that update outstanding share counts and debt levels. Also, finally, I want to remind you, my friends, that if you do decide to buy these shares, don't forget about options. For example, you can buy long options. They will be cheaper than the shares. If you specifically want to make money from this company, if you want to become an owner, then, of course, you need to buy the shares. Also, I strongly advise you not to buy the nearest expiration dates. I understand that it's very cheap and very tempting to make $1 million in a couple of days, my friends. Well, let's put it this way. In my entire career, I have never managed to catch one like that, however much I tried to buy. And friends, I buy, without question, less than even 1% of my portfolio in any risky positions. But never, ever in all that time with short-term options, 1 or 2 weeks, have I been able to catch a 100% or 200% rise in the shares. So what does that tell you? That it's practically impossible to do. Yes, of course. On Reddit or elsewhere, you can see screenshots of successful cases, of some successful trades. But, my friends, reality is a little different. I'm telling you that, yes, sometimes I try. Maybe once every half a year, sometimes once every couple of months. I buy a call on some promising companies. It's never worked out. But I haven't really lost anything, because I treat it as a lottery ticket. In fact, I simply buy a lottery ticket. That's how I see it, and I've never managed to succeed with that. So, to buy an option, for example, and a week later the stock has risen, say, by 100 or by 200%, and I made a good profit from it. No, friends, that has never happened, so don't lull yourselves with hope. Guessing that is practically impossible. Just like buying a lottery ticket, it's simply chance, and I don't rely on chance, my friends. I'm telling you, it like it is. I could tell you pretty stories, but of course I won't do that. If you have questions, be sure to write. I also recommend you watch my previous video, and I wish everyone successful trading.